In a small, seemingly tranquil town, nestled against the backdrop of an ancient, sprawling forest, an undercurrent of unease whispered among its inhabitants. This unease stemmed from a legend as old as the town itself about a creature that dwelled within the dark heart of the forest, known only as the forest monster. This entity was the embodiment of the town's darkest fears, a nocturnal predator whose existence blurred the lines between myth and reality. The forest monster, according to local lore, was a creature of nightmares. It was said to be enormous, with eyes that glowed like coals in the pitch-black night and a form so grotesque it could scarcely be described. It preyed upon those who wandered into the forest after dusk, leaving behind no trace except for the haunting echoes of its unearthly howls. Many in the town dismissed the tales as mere superstition, stories to scare children into obedience. However, over the years, enough people had vanished in the forest to keep the legend alive. These disappearances were always met with a renewed chorus of whispered warnings and fearful glances towards the foreboding tree line. One cold autumn night, a young man named Ethan, known for his skepticism and bold nature, decided to challenge the legend. He proclaimed to his friends at the local tavern that he would venture into the forest and prove once and for all that the forest monster was nothing more than a tale. His friends, a mix of concerned and amused, watched as Ethan set off, lantern in hand, into the darkening woods. Ethan's journey into the forest began uneventfully. The familiar sounds of nocturnal animals filled the air, and the rustle of leaves underfoot seemed ordinary. However, as he ventured deeper, an eerie stillness settled around him. The usual sounds of the forest ceased, replaced by a suffocating silence that seemed to press in on him from all sides. Suddenly, a low, guttural growl echoed through the trees, sending a chill down Ethan's spine. He swung his lantern around, its light casting long, dancing shadows between the gnarled trees. That's when he saw it, a pair of luminous eyes suspended in the darkness, watching him. Panic took hold of Ethan, and he bolted, running blindly through the underbrush. He heard the creature give chase, its heavy footsteps and labored breathing growing closer with each passing second. Ethan's mind raced with terror as he dodged tree trunks and leapt over roots, the monster's presence looming ever nearer. In a stroke of luck, Ethan emerged from the forest, stumbling into the clearing that bordered the town. He collapsed, panting and wild-eyed, his tale of survival soon becoming the most convincing account of the forest monster's existence the townsfolk had ever heard. After Ethan's harrowing encounter, the town's attitude towards the forest changed drastically. No longer was it a place of natural beauty or a spot for a leisurely stroll. It became a boundary, a line that few dared to cross, especially as night approached. The legend of the forest monster took on a new life, woven into the fabric of the town's identity. It was spoken of in hushed tones and became a symbol of the unknown and the dangers that lurk in unexplored places. Parents used Ethan's story to caution their children, and it wasn't uncommon to see people crossing themselves when they passed by the forest edge. As the years passed, the legend continued to grow. Some brave souls ventured into the forest, driven by curiosity or the desire to prove themselves. Few saw anything, but the ones who did brought back stories of chilling sightings and eerie sounds that only served to feed the legend further. Ethan, for his part, never ventured into the forest again. The experience had profoundly changed him, turning his skepticism into a wary respect for the unknown. He often found himself gazing out towards the forest, wondering about the mysteries it held and the creature that roamed its depths. The forest monster became more than just a local legend. It was a reminder of the primal fears that reside in the human heart, fears of the dark, the unknown, and the unseen. It stood as a testament to the thin veil that separates the world of the known from the realm of legends and myths. In this small town, on the edge of the ancient forest, the stories of the forest monster continued to be passed down through generations, each retelling adding to its legacy. It remained a creature of shadow and whisper, a symbol of the deep, dark woods that border our civilized world, where the wild and unexplained still hold sway. Thus, the forest monster lived on in the collective consciousness of the town, a chilling entity that was both a warning and a reminder of the mysteries that lie beyond the safety and light of our everyday lives. In this town, where the forest's dark canopy loomed ever-present, the boundary between reality and legend was forever blurred, leaving the truth of the forest monster